Hello everyone, I'm Thakali Serchan, a student of Software College of IT and E-commerce. My student ID is 250058, Coventry ID is 16521690. Currently studying Bachelor of Ethical Hacking and Cybersecurity, batch 38. And this is a project I created for Foundation of Computer Science. So what I did is I created a message encryption and decryption tool. This basically helps me to encrypt my message. So when I send my message to someone, it helps me to secure my data and privacy, and the person who I'm sending the message to needs to put a secret key to unlock my message so he can read it. This will be very helpful in the coming generation of digitalization, as everything now is done digitally and there are many cases of data leaks. So let's begin with what I did in this project. So I basically put a password in a PDF. So if I send somebody a PDF, they will basically be asked to enter a password to look at their PDF. Without the password, they won't be able to open or read the PDF. So what I did is I wrote a program in Python and put password in the PDF to make it private and safe. I used Python native Tkinter module to create a graphical user interface GUI, and I also used PyPDF to library to encrypt and read the PDF. Now let's talk about the algorithm of the program, how the program actually runs. So basically in step 1, I imported required libraries. For GUI, I used Tkinter module and the submodules like file dialog, message box. For PDF operations like reading and writing, I used PyPDF module, which I installed manually. For file destination and path manipulation, I used OS module. In step 2, I defined the lock PDF and put the variable input path, output path, password. I created this function to basically lock the PDF that I provide to the program. So this is how it works. First, I will open the PDF in binary read mode. Uh, Secondly, create a PDF reader object from UIPDF to read the file, uh, and create a PDF writer object to construct a new encrypted file. I'll iterate all the pages of the inputted PDF and add each pages to the write object, and encrypt the PDF writer object using the provided password. So the PDF will be encrypted as per the password that is provided by the user, and I'll and then open the PDF path in binary write mode and write the encrypted PDF to it, and show the message. So lastly, I'll also show the message box saying successfully encrypted and saved PDF, and if any error occurs in this step, a message box saying that the error has occurred will be displayed. Now let's talk about step 3. In step 3, we will make a function called browser file. So basically what is do is that it will help to browse the file that is in your desktop. For example, you could have a PDF in any place, so you will get the browse file option to browse the PDF and put it in the created GUI. So what I will do is set a input path variable and automatically set input path with the log PDF suffix. And step 4, I will I have made a function called save file. So what this basically does is it will open a save as dialog for the user to select the destination of file name. If the user provides a location, the file will be saved in the provided location. And let's now talk about the step 5. Define the run log function. This will basically verify if all the three columns that I have shown in the GUI, like browse file, set output path and password is completely filled. If any of those are not filled, this will create a message box saying fill in all the fields. And if the fields are filled, it will call the log PDF function with the provided details and run the log PDF function. Step 6, I basically initialized the main GUI in this step 6. I created a root window using TK function that is already provided, and I've also set the title of the window to PDF password locker. In the step 7, define trigger string variable. So in the GUI that I have provided, in the step 7, I've defined the input path, output path, and password as tk string variable to bind input fields. In step 8 is basically designing the layout of the GUI, how the GUI should look. I have made many rows like row 0 input file selection. I've added a label called select PDF file, added an entry bound to PDF path, added a button browse that will call the function browse file. In output file location, I've created save as label. I've added a field that is bound to output path and a button that will call the function save file. In the row second, I created a password field. Basically, it will be labeled as password, and it will be bound to password with to pass the input. Submit button. The submit button basically runs the code run logs to verify if you have filled the box or not, and if the box are filled, it will run the Tkinter main loop, and the GUI will move the loop and keep the window open and responsive. Now let's go about the procedure explanation of how the coding is done, and it is I already explained it above in the algorithm part how the code runs. So basically we'll be looking at how the code looks right now. So as I said, I have imported Tkinter as tk, and Tkinter from dialog field dialog and message box. This is a sub dialog sub dialog, and I've also imported pypdf to import OS. Also, the Tkinter basically creates the graphical user interface. PyPDF2 is a library of Python that will help me with reading, writing of the PDF files, and OS will basically help me to define the path of the files. Now, the function log PDF. So in this code, as I explained before, uh, it basically opens the source PDF file in binary mode. And opens the PDF reader to read the PDF contents. Opens the PDF reader to build the new encrypted PyPDF, and copies all the pages to reader to the writer, from the reader to the writer, and adds a password encryption to the writer using the given password by the user, and finally writes the encrypted PDF to the given output path, and prints the message success if it runs without fail, if all the fields are properly filled, and if all the fields are filled, the exceptions will be thrown out of the way. The browse file function basically does what I explained in the algorithm part. It provides a file dialog window in which the user can select the existing PDF document in their device. The save file basically creates a file dialog to save the PDF in a specific area that is provided by the user. The runlock function basically checks if the fields are properly filled or not. So if the field are not filled, it will show error message such as the fields are empty or so, and we have to properly fill the of areas so we won't get that message. And lastly, I have made the GUI using the TK inter. These are the code that I used. I created the input path, the output path, and password path, and the button also for the final locking of the file. The tools I used for this is Python programming language and Tkinter, PYPDF2 library, OS module, file dialog message box from Tkinter, IDE or code editor, and finally the device that I'm currently using, Windows 11 64 bits with a processor of Ryzen 5500U series and Radeon graphics card with 32 GB RAM. Now let's talk about the result and output of my code. So as I've explained, this is the GUI that I created using the Tkinter. In this GUI, you can see the select PDF file, the browse button, save as the choose where we want to put our PDF or save our PDF after we have encrypted it. The password we want to put in the PDF, and also if after we have filled it properly and click the button lock PDF, it would say PDF successfully encrypted and saved. And finally, if we try to open the PDF, it will ask a password like this. This will basically ask you to enter the password that you created above in the field, and after entering the correct PDF, your PDF should be opened. Thank you.